Hey everyone, Noble Chihuahua here. If you're looking to stay cool in your RV without a complicated or permanent setup, this video is for you. Today, I'll show you how I installed a window mounted air conditioning unit that can be set up or taken down in minutes. It's perfect for anyone that's on a budget and wants the flexibility on the road. So why make this non-permanent system? I made this system removable because I needed a way to add additional cooling on demand. If it's not too hot, my roof mounted air conditioner does a decent job of cooling my trailer. But if the outside temperature is in the upper 90s, the roof mounted air conditioner does not keep up. This little window mounted unit gives us flexibility to add extra cooling when needed. My RV is configured for 30 amps. If I want to add another roof mounted AC, I'll need to cut a hole in my roof and deal with the wiring nightmare that will need to be done. RV roof air conditioning units are pretty expensive, and they just don't seem to last as long as the little simple window mounted units. The small window AC cost me $165 and they last forever. If it does fail, I can easily replace it. To get started, let's look at the tools and materials used. I used a small lightweight air conditioning unit, foam board insulation, reflective heat barrier mat, aluminum foil tape, plywood, and bolts and nuts and washers. You'll also need some basic tools like measuring tape, saw, and a drill. With these simple items, you'll have a setup that's easy to install and even easier to take down. Before we do anything, let's talk about choosing the right AC unit. Make sure you get a compact, lightweight model. Look for something in the 5,000 to 6,000 BTU range, which is perfect for RVs without overwhelming the window frame or using too much power. Also needs to be light enough so that you can lift it. The one I bought is only around 37 pounds, but it's still kind of awkward to maneuver since my RV is pretty tall. Building the mount that will support the air conditioner is not difficult. The system consists of three parts. One part is the plate that goes in the RV window frame. The second part are the brackets that secure the plate against the RV window frame. The third part are the bolts that connect the plate to the brackets. The idea here is to sandwich the RV window frame between the plate and the brackets. This will keep your window mounted air conditioner nice and tight. The window of my RV has rounded corners, so building the plate was tricky. To build the plate, I measured the height and width of the RV window frame. I then used foam board, cut a rectangle, and was able to trace the radius of the corners using a marker. This gave me a piece with roughly the final dimensions. After multiple testing and making final adjustments to the foam board, I traced it onto plywood to make the actual plate, also cutting the slot for the air conditioner. Unfortunately, after measuring a bunch of times, my cuts were inaccurate and the plywood didn't fit perfectly in the window frame. But it was no big deal because I wanted to wrap the entire thing with the heat barrier, which added more material to the edges and served as a gasket and protection from the elements. The plywood I used was cheap and not water resistant, so it was a must to protect it from moisture. Use the aluminum tape and silver heat barrier to wrap the entire piece to protect it from moisture. The plate should look like this after it's done. Next, I made the brackets. These are the brackets that hold the plate in position. The idea here was for the brackets to rest against the metal window frame to give the whole thing more strength. I made them out of wood, one for the top and the other for the bottom. I later replaced the bottom one with a longer piece of metal. This is pretty self-explanatory how to build and how it's supposed to work. The bolts need to be long enough. You can use wing nuts instead of regular nuts here, so you won't need a wrench. Now let's prep the window for the air conditioning unit. First, open the window and remove the screens. Let's install the plate and brackets. Plate goes in first. Then install your bolts from the outside. Install the top bracket from inside the trailer. The top bracket will secure the plate so that it can hold the air conditioner while it's being installed. Okay, now for the fun part, installing the air conditioner. Carefully lift the unit into the plate and make sure it's centered. Now time to go inside and install the bottom bracket. But first, let's put a piece of tape to cover this big gap. Now put the bracket in. Cool thing about this system is that as you tighten the nuts, it also seals better as the plate presses more against the window frame. Last thing is to put the screw in to really secure this thing. To make this thing work more efficiently and to prevent bugs from coming in, let's add some cheap masking tape to cover any gaps. It's not pretty, but it does the job. Finally, let's do some testing. It's currently 79 degrees outside. Inside of the trailer, it's 88. The current voltage is 119 volts with the air conditioner off. Let's turn it on to the coldest setting. It's not too loud. Voltage is now down to 113 at the highest setting, which is acceptable. About 2 hours later, temperature has dropped by 16 degrees. Now at a comfortable 72 degrees in the bedroom. This again is with only the small window AC unit going. Let's now check the temperature in the rest of the trailer. This little AC can cool this entire trailer to a manageable temperature by itself. Very impressive. Now, one of the best parts about this setup is how easy you can take it down. Simply do everything in reverse. Remove the bottom bracket. Lift the AC out of the window. Remove the top bracket then the plate, and store everything until you need it again. The whole process only takes a few minutes after you've done it a few times. The foam tray will keep it nice and secure while traveling. For storage and travel, I put the air conditioner under the bunk beds. And that's it. A quick, easy way to install a window mounted air conditioner in your RV that can be set up and taken down in minutes. If you found this project helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment with any questions or tips of your own. Thanks for watching, and stay cool out there.